See, Jesus has an offer for the gay people. You can be made straight. Jesus said, broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many go that way. Narrow is the path. Straight is the gate. Straight is the gate that leads to everlasting life, and few there be that find it. See, Jesus can turn filthy, hell-bound, homosexual sinner into a heaven-bound, straight saint. This is, Jesus Christ can turn the homosexual straight. Jesus Christ can make the drunk sober. Jesus Christ can make the liar honest. Jesus Christ can make the fornicator be abstinent until marriage. See, everything outside of one man, one woman, and holy matrimony is an abomination to God. God created sex, and it's a good and wonderful thing, but only in the confines of marriage. Only in the confines, it's already recording, only in the confines of marriage of one man, one woman, holy matrimony. See, God created sex. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. He created sex, and it's a good and wonderful thing, but only to be used in the proper context. Marriage, Jesus said, do you not know that from the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. God made them male and female. Not 27 genders, not 33 genders like Baskin Robbins. Jesus, God made two genders, male and female. And for this cause, a man shall leave his mother and father, not mother and mother, not they and them, not father and father, not tranny and tranny. No, he will leave mother and father and cleave to his wife, and what the two have brought together, let no man tear asunder. Let no man tear asunder. See how hateful you people are at Galaxycon? See how hateful you are? You're so hateful.
And you don't get to sit there and be mad at us.
You trannies. No wonder you trannies end up murdering. No wonder. Go to jail. Go to jail. There's a policeman right down there. Hold it.
Trans rights are human rights!
Put your hand up inside there. They're going to knock it out. See, that's why trannies end up killing themselves and so many other people in these mass shootings. That's why trannies end up. Look at all these recent mass shootings. Almost all of the recent mass shootings, it's a bunch of they-thems doing mass shootings. A bunch of trannies who always end up killing themselves and killing a bunch of other people because they're so full of hate. They're so messed up because they're unwilling to live according to God's structure. That's what all of you sinners are doing. You're unwilling to live according to God's structure, to God's ordinance. He said, Jesus, is it raining? I thought somebody was, that's funny. Yes, the rain falls on the just and the unjust. The rain falls on the just and the unjust. Which one are you? The rain falls on the just and the unjust. Which one are you? Thank you, God, for bringing refreshment. We don't know what you people will do. We know that the Galaxycon crowd has been one of the most wicked we've preached to. And we've been on Bourbon Street and at Mardi Gras and been to Muslim festivals and gay pride. pride festivals, and the Galaxycon has had some of the most wicked people we've come across. We're telling people how to go to heaven. We're telling people how to go to heaven, and they're telling us to go F ourselves. They're telling us to kill ourselves. They're telling us to go F ourselves and go to hell. We're telling them how to go to heaven, and they're telling us to go to hell. That's not very loving.
To go to hell.
But again, if the abortion clinics only made their money on cases of rape, incest, and the life of the mother, they'd all be bankrupt. They'd all be bankrupt inside of a month. They'd all be bankrupt inside of a month. You know why abortion clinics exist? Because guys and girls like to hump each other like dogs in heat, and they don't want to have any repercussion to their choices. That's why abortion clinics exist. Abortion clinics exist, and it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, not because of cases of rape and incest or life of the mother. It's because guys and girls like to hump like dogs in heat, and they don't want any repercussion. They don't want any consequences for their action. That's why abortion clinics exist. Because guys are horn dogs, and they want to go around sticking it into any hole they can find, and girls are like to live like tramps and spread their legs for any guy who comes along. And then they find out that they're pregnant with some loser's baby. They get drunk, go out to a bar, go back to some loser's Chevy Chevette and do it in the back seat of his mom's Chevy Chevette. And then they find out they get pregnant. The guy had already left. They never even got his last name or his digits. And the guy leaves, and then they find out they're pregnant. And then they have an abortion, good, clean fun out at the nightclub, and some baby's gotta die for it. And you think God is going to have mercy on America? You think God is going to have mercy on this nation? You think God is going to have mercy on a nation who has killed about 70 million babies since Roe v. Wade? About 70 million babies murdered, slaughtered, chopped up, and flushed down a drain, or sold for parts. The baby is somebody else's body. No, thank you. The baby is somebody else's body. Different DNA, different blood type, different DNA, different brain waves. Maybe if it's the opposite, if it's a boy, then it has different chromosomes than you. Don't murder the baby. I say let the rapist die, put the rapist to death, and let the babies live. If any of you tramps that are sleeping around find yourself pregnant, I will personally take any child that you plan to murder. I will personally take any child that you plan on murdering. If you plan on murdering your child, give it to me. I promise I will find it a good Christian home. Maybe take it into my own home. We're empty nesters. The baby's someone else's body. The baby is someone else's body. If you wanna chop up your own body and dump it down the drain, or sell it for parts, or have it incinerated, by a medical waste company, then I'll try to talk you out of it. But by all means, you have free will to chop up your own body. But I'm saying let the babies live. Here's an idea. I believe in my body, my choice. I believe you have persuaded me. I believe in my body, my choice. So let's let the baby grow up to be 18. let's let the baby grow up to be 18, and then it will be of legal age to make the choice about what it wants to do with his body. So next time you find yourself pregnant, instead of having an abortion, let the baby live to be 18, and on its 18th birthday, ask it, would you choose, what's your choice? It's your 18th birthday. Now you can choose what to do with your body. Would you rather keep on living, or would you rather that we chop you up into pieces and flush down a drain or incinerate it as medical waste? I'm not a gambling man, but I would bet I would bet over 99% of those 18-year-olds would choose to keep on living rather than to be chopped up and flushed down a drain. Let's go, and some people say, some people defend abortion by saying, well, what if it's an unwanted child? What if a child grows up and has to go to an orphanage, or is poor, or has a low quality of life? Let's take a field trip. Let's take a field trip over to an abortion. Let's take a field trip over to an orphanage. Let's take a field trip over to an orphanage. Let's take you pick. Let's take a field trip over to an orphanage, and let's ask each and every orphan in the orphanage if they would rather live. All right, let's go to a foster care home.
How do you not know this?
Let's go to an orphanage, a foster home, wherever you choose to go. Let's go to where any child wasn't planned and maybe is living in poverty, and let's ask them, would you rather be a foster child or an orphan or be poor, or would you rather be chopped up and flushed down a drain? Let's ask the orphan if they would rather be chopped up and flushed down a drain. Again, I'm not a gambling man. I'm not a gambling man, but I would bet that all of the orphans and foster children would make the choice with their body. My body, my choice. Let's ask an orphan if he would rather keep on living or be chopped up and sold for medical parts. I'm betting that over 99% of the orphans and foster children would choose to keep on living. See, people have some of the worst defenses for the worst reasoning for abortion. What if the child grows up poor? Well, there's poor kids now. Do we go to the inner city and kill all the kids because they're living poor? Because maybe they were unwanted? Maybe born out of wedlock? No, let's let the babies live. Let's kill the rapist and let the baby live. Let's stop sleeping around. Stop sleeping around. Stop spreading your legs for everybody that comes along.
I'm sorry.
And let's live holy and obediently to God. See, if people are living holy and obediently to God, they don't murder babies. That's one of the main differences. There are a lot of differences between a born-again Christian and the rest of the world. And that's one of, there's many ways to tell a true Christian from a phony, or there's many ways to tell a true Christian from a non-Christian. And just one of the simplest ways is that true Christians don't slaughter babies. I mean, I know that might be a difficult one for you, but one of the surefire ways to know the difference between a real Christian and someone who's not is real Christians don't slaughter babies. Could we at least agree to not slaughter babies? Maybe today you don't choose salvation. Maybe today you don't choose salvation. But could we at least take a first step? And could you at least agree with the idea that slaughtering babies is wrong? Is it so much to ask that you at least make a step in the right direction and determine in your heart that slaughtering babies is wrong? I'm not asking a lot. I'm not asking a lot from you today, but that would be a step in the right direction. That would be a step in the right direction.